Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching another video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a brand new video like this one. And yeah, let's get started. So today or tonight, next day, whatever, I'm giving you guys a health update. Now I did previously film one already and I had to refilm it which is why this video is being made, but my camera deleted the footage, so I've been learning how to work with that or roll the punches. So yeah, all the footage got deleted, and I was trying to upload. It's a long story, but I want to give y'all a health update. Yeah, so I guess I'm here I go. So this health update specifically will be about, I guess, just my health in general, but mainly about my knee. And as you guys know, I have a disability and it is from an injured knee. Now, what originally happened is that I had a slip and fall and that tore my meniscus. It gave me Baker's cyst, and lots of scar tissue. And what I mean by torn meniscus, my meniscus was almost completely torn. It was hanging on by literally a thread, and they got to it just in time. But I had to get a revision when I was like 13, 14. I had 2 surgeries in 1 year, and the second one was to eliminate all scar tissue. But I haven't had any surgery since. I used to go to a children's doctor, but now since I'm 23, or starting at 22, I started to see an adult doctor. And firstly, my adult orthopedic, you know, the first one we went to, he's since retired, but he was like, your knee is in serious trouble. You're gonna need a knee replacement or a joint replacement, but eventually you'll need a knee replacement. Like, you have really bad arthritis. And I know that I have a chronic illness, but when you hear someone, like, especially the doctor, tell you, it really just like drills into your brain, like, no, like, I'm actually going through this, you know? So, and I have JIA, which is juvenile arthritis. Even though I'm 23, that's when I was diagnosed at 14, so they just call it juvenile arthritis still. But my knee, when I went to the next orthopedic, still at the same medical facility, the new one I saw said, you don't want to have to do that until you're like in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, and so on, because it just didn't, to them, it didn't make any sense to go through all that pain and all of that when you could just try to live the best you can with it. And I know for me, even though that I understand where they're coming from, that is not that's not an option for me. And I'm not saying I can't live my best life even with a disability, but I know what God promised me, and I know what he told me and showed me. And even though it's going to take surgery and me getting a knee replacement, I want my healing. I want my life back. I want to run, jump, skip, learn how to do a cartwheel, swim. Like, I want to have fun and enjoy my life and do the things he's called me to do. And I'm not saying he won't make anything shake with what I'm, where I'm at right now in life. Like, no, God's God, he can do anything. But I know what he showed me, and what he showed me is like me on the other side of this, me on the other side of my disability and my chronic illness and everything in between. So when I went to the second orthopedic, still at the same facility, he referred me to the knee replacement specialist at the same facility. So May this year, we went to the appointment, and he looked at my old MRIs from last year and my x-ray from last year on my knee, and he was like, yeah, your knees are in pretty bad condition, and my arthritis in general is just jacked up. He was like, your right knee, which is the good knee, looks about 50, like a 50-year-old's knee, and your left knee, which is the bad knee, looks like a 75-year-old knee. And when he said that, I was like, wow, like, that's and he was like, the youngest person he's ever performed a knee replacement on was a 13-year-old. And he said she was kind of up against the wall, like her knee was completely blown. Like, she really didn't have too many other options and it worked out well for her. And he began to explain the types of knee replacements there are and what he think would be the best choice for me. And automatically, as soon as he said that, I got relieved. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, why would you be relieved if they tell you you have to have surgery? For me, I've been dealing with this chronic pain since I was a teenager. Yeah. Yep, I had my slip and fall when I was 12. And I got diagnosed with GIA when I was 14. So I've been dealing with this chronic pain, and I'm 23 now. I'll be 24 at the end of the year. So for me to be dealing with this all this time, over a decade, it's taken a lot on me. It's taken a toll on me. Even my mental health, For those of you who may or may not know, I have depression, major depressive disorder. And it's a lot, and I smile, of course, and I go throughout my day, but deep down inside, like, my body has been through so much. And the fact that I'm still able to do things like walk up the stairs, I have to be patient with myself, but I can walk up the stairs, take a shower, brush my teeth. I may not be where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. And I'm grateful for that. But at the same time, I still want more. I still want better. So it's like, yeah, when he said that, me and my mom got excited, we got relieved, because we just, I just want to answer, I just want the prayers that I've been praying to, be answered. And I feel like they have, and a lot of them have. And there's still more to come, but I'm just grateful, and he said, he basically decided to, or started to, not decided, but started to describe the types of knee replacements. He said there are 2 knee replacements I could get. One is a cemented one. Now, usually this is what people older and in their middle age or senior citizens get, because it's just better for them. The cemented one is usually when they, of course, put the prosthetic parts of your knee, your new knee, in there, but they hold it together with a body safe, of course, cement. But the thing is that you cannot, like, once you have that cemented knee replacement, the reason why it's recommended for older people is because you don't have to, you can't really run or jump or do any exacerbating activities with that type of knee replacement, because the cement will get loosened, or it can get loosened. It could go into your bloodstream. It could possibly cause, all types of problems. So he was like, since you're young and you, like, really probably still want to do a lot of things, you want to, do this, that, and the third, and you're still probably going to be very active in your body. He was like, I recommend that you get the plastic knee replacement. And essentially what that is that they put a plastic part, like, where the knee is, like, they put a plastic part in your knee, and your natural bone is like, as your bone grows, it's gonna, like, fuse to the plastic. At least that's how he described it to me and my mom. And I'm just trying to give y'all the best that I can. Let me hurry up because it's almost 10 minutes. But basically, he said that he recommended that one for me. And he gave us the number to his nurse. And he said, when I'm ready to make a decision, let him know and we can schedule a date. So, yeah, that's the health update. I'm really just waiting on God, and I'm waiting for him to answer my prayer. Whichever one he tells me to get, that's the one I'll get. I don't want to have to get a knee revision, because he also said that you might possibly need another revision, which is meaning that once they put the knee replacement in, if things don't go as planned, they would have to go back in and do it all over again a second time, or fix or patch up whatever needs to be fixed. So yeah, that's exciting. I know I'm gonna get surgery, and I know God's gonna do his work in my life, and he already has begun. So yeah, just stay tuned for vlogs, stay tuned for more health updates. We are about to be going prime time this summer, and you'll just have to see what I mean when I say that. But as always, I love you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.